Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bryan High School for tonight's NWOAL matchup. We've got the Bryan Lady Bears coming in on a 14-game winning streak, 15-1 overall, up to number 12 in the state of Ohio in Division II. Hosting the Liberty Center Lady Tigers, come in just as hot. They're 16-1. They're 4-0 in the league. You got the two undefeateds here. They're ranked 16th in Division III. So we've got one of the best ball games in the area. And I've got Tim Meister here beside me to do the color tonight. And Tim, I can't believe it. Somebody's let us get on the air and talk about sports together.
Obviously, no one thought this decision through very well to allow you and I on the air, but they did, so hey, we're here.
And I think the one thing we have to assume is they probably won't make the same mistake twice. So let's have fun while we're here.
It'll be a great 32 minutes, though.
Yep, we're going to do the best we can do.
Should be a great game. You have, like you said, 16-1 Liberty, 15-1 Bryan. Both of them have aspirations to win the league. Bryan, a two-time defending champ. Liberty Center under Tim Davis trying to get themselves into that position that Todd Grosjean's got the Bryan girls in. You're playing for a league championship. You're playing for momentum. You got tournament coming in. And most importantly, you're playing a meaningful, important game in January. With a player and a coach, that's exactly what you want.
Yeah, the two undefeateds. Everything matters from this point in. And you've got some kids here. I think you talked about it with Bryan. You've got girls that have been there, coming off of back-to-back-to-back league championships, kids that have won soccer leagues, kids that have been part of softball league championships and regional trips. And then you've got Liberty Center, who they're just going to play hard. And these kids want what Bryan has. And we got a great setting for tonight. You know, last year the Lady Bears went over to Liberty Center, clinched the league with a victory over there, and this one I think probably left a bad taste in Liberty Center's mouth. A 47-18 score. The Tigers only scored 12 over the last three quarters. You know, Golden Bears really clamped down on defense. Golden Bears are coming off of a huge win on Saturday against Elida, a team in their district. Chris and I talked a lot on Saturday about wanting to send a message, and that was running clock 45-10 to start the second half, so I think the Lady Bears were able to do that. You look at the flip side, Liberty Center's coming off a big win against Hicksville, held them to 10 points. They've been doing a great job defensively against everybody all year. So you see teams that are pretty similar here, scoring in the 50s, holding opponents down in the 30s, and really like to get after you on defense.
Yeah, and interestingly, I think they play a very similar style. I mean, both Liberty Center and Bryan like to get out and run. They like to press. They like to see this game. Although they're very good defensively, they like to see the pace of the game get going. I think the big difference is Liberty Center wants to muddy this a little bit. They want to see this get a little ragtag, get up and down, not have a lot of half-court sets and things like that. That's just where they excel at. Where Bryan wants to run, but they want to pick and choose their times to run, and they also want to make sure their game is structured. They want to run their sets, they're going to want to make Liberty run their sets. It's very interesting how Bryan handles the pressure and the pace of the game and how much Liberty can force the pace that they want upon Bryan.
All right, well, we've got 15-1 Bryan, 16-1 Liberty Center, the two undefeateds in the NWOAL. It's the Oberlin-Turnbull countdown to tip-off. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family-owned, family-focused. We had a chance to talk with Coach Todd Grosjean of the Bryan Golden Bears, and you're going to hear that after this timeout on Q96.5.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Welcome back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Chris Malanga alongside Coach Todd Grosjean and the Bryan Lady Bears. And Coach, what a game against Elida. Dominating performance.
Yeah, we got off to a great start, and that first half was probably as well as we played in quite a while. Ella Voigt had a great game. We executed our game plan and defensively turned them over, which was that was a bonus, and we get some run outs and played with a lot of confidence.
And holding their 1,000-point score in check pretty much the whole night between Ella Voigt and Blaze Langendorfer.
Yeah, she's a player. Watching her on film, she can shoot the three. She got to the basket on film, and I thought we did a great job making her give the ball up, and a lot of times she never got it back again. Especially in that first half. She ended up, I think, with 8 points, but some of those came late against our second level kids, JV kids. And overall, I was really pleased with our defensive effort.
Yeah, I think as a team entirely, everybody played well, and you even got a chance to get some JVs in against some varsity competition, which may be helpful down the line.
Oh yeah, we're going to have some minutes out of, Ava Zimmerman, and Josie's obviously getting acclimated to the speed of the game. And Blaze, it was good to see Blaze get some confidence. I know she struggled the game prior, but we're going to need her. And Allie Allspaw gave us some solid minutes in the post.
All right, so now we turn the page to Liberty Center. And when I was looking back on last year's game, you held them to 12 points through the final 3 quarters. And I think we see a very different Liberty Center team coming in tonight to the Bears Den.
Oh, absolutely. They've lived, and they hang their hat on their defense. They want to turn people over, and they're going to try and pressure us, I would guess, full court as well as half court, and see if they can't, score off their defense, which they've done all season. Obviously coming in 16-1, they've really kind of manhandled some teams, and hopefully we're going to, take care of the basketball, and we're going to have to take care of the basketball and obviously execute our press breaker.
In looking at the roster and their stats, they have a pretty deep bench, which is something that in the past the Golden Bears have had. Not so much this year with some of the injuries and stuff, but is that something that can really help a coach to have a bench as deep as he does?
Yeah, he runs a lot of kids in and out of the game, and obviously they're playing at a pretty high intensity level. They have certain combinations, I think, that are better against zones. And, I think overall they're so deep that they don't really care about foul trouble. So they're going to obviously come in very physical and challenge us inside. So we're going to have to match that intensity level and obviously play very intelligently defensively.
So what is the game plan against Liberty Center? First, let's look at offensively.
Well, offensively, we've got to take care of the basketball. They're going to probably pressure us full court man, and they also like their little 1-2-2 half court trap. So we're going to have to recognize what they're in. So handling pressure is going to be a key. We need to rebound the basketball at both ends of the floor. The Blanton girl is as aggressive as anybody we've seen on the offensive glass. So she's going to pose some problems for us inside. I think we need to defend 4 quarters, make them run a half-court offense. I've watched the Hicksville game as an example. Obviously, Hicksville struggled a little bit this year, but I think the majority of their points came off of turnovers, putbacks, and at the free throw line. So if we can make them, make shots and execute a half-court offense, I think it's to our advantage. And then obviously we have to attack offensively. We can't show any signs of hesitation. We're going to have 2 girls running at us most of the night. So we're going to have to obviously share the basketball, make the extra pass, and obviously attack the basket when we have the opportunity.
How do the Bears match up physically with Liberty Center?
I think physically, they've got 2 or 3 5'10" kids that will probably play meaningful minutes. So obviously Kaylee Thiel and Allie Allspaw are going to be very important, as well as Blaze Langendorfer. They're going to have solid games because I think inside they're very aggressive and long. Our guards match up pretty close evenly. And, as I said, I think if we can make them make some shots from the perimeter, and obviously we have to rebound if they miss them, that'll be a key, rebounding. I think I like our chances. If it becomes a turnover fest and they're shooting layups, it's hard to defend that. And if we put them at the free throw line, I think that's another thing we have to avoid is letting them score with the clock stopped.
Now you get to play this one at your home court tonight. I know students get in free. So how does crowd factor into this?
Well, this is going to be a great game, going into the tournament. It should be packed. Liberty Center's got a great following. I'm sure they're going to bring a bunch of people over here. Hopefully our fans are going to come out and support these girls because they've had a great season as well. And they're awfully fun to watch too. And when we play like we did last Saturday.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, you got Liberty Center coming into town. This one could be for the league. So big game.
Yeah, it'll be a big step forward for whoever comes out of here with a victory. And The other one's going to need some help from somebody else, but hopefully our kids show up and are ready for the challenge.
All right, Coach Todd Grosjean of the Bryan Lady Bears. We're going to take this time out, and when we come back, it'll be Bryan and Tim bringing you the game on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knurk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
In this game.
All right, welcome back to Bryan High School. We want to first of all thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Ford Lincoln, Bryan Parks and Rec, Danielle Van Adde Agency, Fackler Monument, Jason Dietsch Automotive, Laub Auto Parts, Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger and Rakes, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Real Estate Advantage, Starks Plumbing and Heating, and Veteran Services of Williams County. All right, Coach Meister, let's talk a little bit about the visitors tonight. Liberty Center, we heard Coach Grosjean talk about some things there, pressure defense, being physical with their depth, being able to get out and run and not be concerned about foul trouble, making them run some offense. What do you think are going to be some things here that stand out to you?
They're unique in the sense it's going to be one of the games that Bryan plays a team that may match up with them athletically. I'm not sure basketball skill-wise that will be the case, but athletically. So as we talked about earlier, the game becomes ragged, a little helter-skelter. I think that's an advantage of Liberty. The second thing I find very interesting about Liberty is they can match up with Bryan inside. They have three girls, like Coach Grosjean had mentioned, that are 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", all of them very gifted athletically, all of them with some basketball skill. Again, I think it's going to come down to a couple of things. I want to see how the game starts. Like you said, Liberty wants what Bryan has. Bryan's a defending champ. I'm sure they want to send the message that league championship runs straight through us. And then the other unique thing about Liberty, they really don't have one kid that's going to go get them 25 a game. I know the Gray girl, she's their leading scorer, but if you look at their scoring, they're very, very balanced. It's her, it's the Blanton girl, and then they have about 4 or 5 kids getting 5, 6, 7 a game. So their depth and ability to score with multiple areas and multiple kids do make them a unique defensive challenge for Bryan.
Yeah, that was one of the things that stood out to me when I looked at their stats. They've got 12 girls, I think, on their varsity roster who have played a minimum of 15 of their 17 games. 8 of the girls have played in all 17, and 2 of the starters have played in 16, so I'm sure they just missed for injury. So you got to figure 10 of those 12 playing in all 17. That's probably part of the reason why 11.5 points and only 1 girl in double figures at this point, because he's rotating so many kids on and off the floor. And I thought Coach Grosjean made a good point. Foul trouble doesn't bother them a whole lot. We're an 8-girl rotation and really a solid starting 5 with some help coming off the bench. They look like they're pretty deep, so they can afford some foul trouble. They can afford to run. So it'll be interesting to see if we can slow their pace a little bit, which is kind of opposite of how we play.
Yeah, it's one of those things where how Bryan runs tonight and when they choose to run, and if they can dictate the pace versus if Liberty Center can dictate the pace, I think that's a really key ingredient.
All right, so let's go ahead and look at what the keys to the game are for tonight for both teams. So we'll start with Liberty Center.
First of all, Liberty has to take care of the ball. They're averaging about 16 or 17 turnovers a game. They can't afford to give Bryan 2 and 3 possessions by giving up offensive rebounds, and they can't give up further ones by turning it over. They've got to win the rebound battle. Their strength is inside. We talk about Blanton, Jones, Gherkin. Those kids are going to go to the boards. If they can win the rebound battle, that's huge for them. And then finally, they got to limit Bryan's three-point shooting. As you know, Bryan has the ability to get hot, to light it up, and to score in bunches. So Liberty has to get out and defend and not give them open looks.
All right, so let's look at what's going to be the keys tonight for our Lady Bears.
Liberty Center's going to pressure. Bryan has to attack the pressure. They have to handle it, but they have to do it intelligently, knowing when to attack for a basket and know when to pull it out and keep that pace in the half-court offense that they want to get into. They have to rebound. They're a very good defensive team, but you know as a coach, there's nothing more devastating than playing a great defensive possession, then not finishing it off with a defensive rebound, and you can't give Liberty second chance points. And then the third thing, we talked about Liberty's pressure. Let's not forget Bryan is pretty good at pressuring guards too. And I think Coach Grosjean feels like he has the opportunity tonight to maybe turn Liberty's guards over. So I think a key to Bryan is can they pressure their guards into some turnovers.
Well, there's the Keys of the Game. Keys of the Game brought to you tonight by the Carlin Company, Realty and Auctioneers. Carlin Company has been your hometown real estate company for over 45 years. They have consistently remained #1 in Williams County and the surrounding area since 2007. Call us for all of your real estate needs. Our officials for tonight's game, Mr. Austin Cape, Mr. Tyson Schnittke, and Mr. Dylan Woods. Those guys are here for a big league game tonight. Tri-State Vision Center has been serving the area since 1977, bringing us our officials tonight. Contact us at either our Bryan or Montpelier offices for all your eye care needs. We're going to take a quick break, and then we will be back with the anthem and starting lineups.
I'm Tom Turnbull of Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused, celebrating our 100th anniversary, 2022.
It's great working with family. The relationship we have with one another allows us to focus on your family and help guide you through the planning process.
We focus in on your family's needs to make sure that everything is done the way that you and your family want.
Right now, our family wants a Golden Bear victory.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
I wanted to learn the skills to get ahead in my career, and thanks to Northwest State, I'm well on my way to a great job with a local company.
NSCC is my community's college.
Contact our advising center today or stop by.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
What? Come on, Ray! Oh, come on! Oh, what a bad call! You have no business being out there. Terrible.
You know, I'm a person too.
I will earn a bachelor's degree, and I'm doing the bachelor's bound transfer pathway at Northwest State. I'm saving thousands on tuition while getting a great education.
NSCC is my community's college.
Contact our advising center today or stop by.
Up. We're going to get our starting lineups now for Mr. Aaron Hughes, the PA at Drowns for Bryan. Starting lineups tonight are brought to you by Yoder Mechanical and Custom Fabrications. Call Yoder Mechanical and Custom Fabrications for all your mechanical piping needs at 419-519-3111.
In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. That means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, the officials and coaches, the administration and authority figures, and of course, your team and their opponents. Let's make tonight's contest great and remember to respect the game. Thank you. Now to meet the teams. First for the visiting Liberty Center Tigers. Starters for Liberty Center, number 0, Alyssa Giesecke. Number 1, Emerson Gray. Number 3, Peyton Army. Number 5, Haley Moore. And number 54, Kaylee Blanton. Varsity coaches Tim Davis, assisted by Caitlin Cordes, Kurt Lord, Sydney Benson, JV coach Josh Williams, and freshman coach John Minden. Junior number 20, Mara Smith. At a guard, a a 5'8" senior, number 11, Reese Baroda. And a forward, a 5'10", junior, number 15, Ella Rao. And a forward, a 5'9", junior, number 4, Ella Boyd. And at a forward, a 6'1", junior, number 3, Kaylee Hill. Varsity coaches Todd Grossman, assisted by Colin Walker, John Meyer, and Nikki Meyer, and JV coach Delaney Miley.
All right, there you have it. There's the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. A huge crowd in Bryan tonight. There's about as many people as I've seen in the gym outside of a tournament basketball game in quite a while.
It's a really good atmosphere, and that's one of the things you're happy for the kids. That's why you work all summer to be able to play in a game like this. Very good atmosphere. Should be a good ball game.
Blanton and Thiel getting ready to jump the ball up here. The Bears have been good at an offensive tip this year. Looks like Liberty's lined up defensively here, and Coach Davis, I'm sure, is prepared. Bryan wins the tip. Voigt got it down there. Liberty Center was back on defense, able to take that layup away. And Liberty Center is able to force a turnover, take it down to the other end. Bryan back on defense. Liberty swings it around. Emerson Gray at the top, leading scorer for Liberty Center. You know there's going to get a lot of attention from the Bears. Haley Moeller's controlling at the top. Reese Grodehouse applying some pressure, and it's takeaway by Ella Rao. And she gets it and finishes. Nice job by Ella Rao controlling herself through some possible contact. Early 2-0 lead here for the Bears on the main stop scoreboard.
Little jitters, first offensive possession for both teams. Both led to turnovers, and Bryan able to capitalize.
I think we're probably going to see some of that. We talked about a big crowd. This is something the girls haven't seen outside of tournament time. Good experience for both based on wanting to make tournament runs.
Yes, absolutely.
And there's another turnover there by Liberty Center. Good hands by the Lady Bears, another deflection. 2-0 early here, 7:03 left in the first quarter on the main stop scoreboard. It's Thirsty Thursday tonight, main stop scoreboard's home of Thirsty Thursday. I'm going to need something after this cold to drink, so I'll probably have to stop in for a water or a
I have always
pop.
been a big advocate of Thirsty Thursday.
Nothing better than a big win on a Thursday and stopping at main stop. Ella Rao at the top of the key, and she loses control. Forces a turnover to Casey Blanton. Run out ahead. Like the Liberty Center shooter there is number 3, Peyton Army. And Reese Grodehouse is going to get whistled for her first foul, first Bryan foul. And Army's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Yeah, we talked about it. A couple of similar teams. Liberty Center's going to be aggressive, get their hands on a lot of balls in defensive possessions, just like the Bears like to do. Yeah. A couple of early turnovers there.
Both teams early on, no one's crossing half court with the basketball without some type of pressure up in them.
Yeah, both sides are going to have to handle it. First free throw's up and good for Peyton Army. Free throws tonight brought to you by Welling Construction. Welling Construction, third generation, family owned, general contractor for quality custom homes, renovation, commercial work. Contact us at 636-3712. Second free throw is good, 2-2 early. Mara Smith brings it up against some good pressure from Liberty Center. Tries a running left-handed shot against Kaylee Blanton. Altered there by the 5'10" junior from Liberty Center, and Liberty Center's coming the other way. Emmy Gray thought about the three-pointer there, but a nice closeout by the Bryan defense. Turnover on the baseline. Ella Voigt picks that pass off and pushes ahead. Mara Smith with the ball. Thought about the three, gave it back up to Voigt. Penetration taken away, and here's Ella Rao. Hard to the basket. A little bit of contact, no whistle, but a cleanup by Kaylee Thiel. Her first 2 points of the night give the Bears a 4-2 lead.
Nice job by Kaylee Thiel getting inside there, getting an offensive rebound. Another turnover by Liberty.
Ella Rao takes it away, gets it to Ella Voigt. Ella Voigt with the push. Probably a good foul there. Liberty Center, Haley Moeller hustled back to try to cut her off. Gets called for the block down low. Bears ball out of bounds.
You know, when two teams pressure as much as they do offensively, as a player, you have to make a decision. You have to alleviate the pressure, either get it to the basket or you're going to have to make two play one and kick out.
You know, one of the things I've thought about this year's version of the Bears is they move the ball as good as any team I've seen, boys or girls. They're really confident in their offense, and that's helped them a ton. Good look at three there from Ella Rao, but not able to knock it down. A scramble for the ball in the corner. Going to be a jump ball, but Rao and Blanton both on the floor, and it's going to go to Liberty Center. Rao way more assertive tonight than what she was last week. I know she wasn't feeling great last week, and that's an offensive piece that Coach Grosjean would like to see get going.
But she has the ability to score.
Some good pressure by the Bears. Liberty Center able to break it, get it across the timeline. Swing to the top, three-point shot from Liberty Center drops. That's Emmy Gray knocking down the first three of the night for Liberty Center. Gives them a 5-4 lead.
We talked about her being a leading scorer and not getting 25 a game, but she's very capable of going out and getting 18 or 19.
And she's their leading three-point maker. She's shooting about 28% on the year. She is their leading maker. Kaylee Thiel with a good, strong move to the basket and is fouled. And Haley Moeller picks up her second here early. We talked about the depth of Liberty Center. Coach Davis is going to get a sub in right away as Thiel goes to the line to shoot the first of two free throws.
So that's the situation we just talked about. Kaylee Thiel received the ball at the high post, and Liberty immediately came up and got chest to chest with her. Kaylee made the decision, I'm going to put the ball in the basket and go. And I think you're going to have to do that early on, or you just let that defense keep creeping out, where if you're aggressive right away, especially in the first quarter, you establish, we will get it to the basket. Makes the defense think a little bit more about stepping out as far as they do.
The three subs come in for Liberty Center right there. Number 2, Ellie Moeller. Number 50, Bea Barrett. And number 12, Gracie Miller, all in the ball game. And then number 23, Blaze Langendorfer is checked in for the Lady Bears. Kaylee Thiel is bleeding on her knee, so she's out for her second free throw, and Ella Rao goes to the line to shoot the second free throw for her. And that free throw is also no good. Blaze Langendorfer, great hustle. She does such a good job on the offensive boards, not able to corral it. Ball's out of bounds to Liberty Center. Liberty with a 5-4 lead here at the 5-minute mark of the first quarter.
Yeah, there's been nothing pretty about this game. There's been no flow to it, but we talked about that, Coach, early on. We thought we might see this with two teams being very aggressive defensively.
And a turnover, returned with a turnover, and then we're going to get a foul out top on Ella Rao. Had the ball in her hands, couldn't control it. She kind of gave up a foul there at the top of the key to stop an easy bucket from Liberty Center. She's going to get a break as Kaylee Thiel checks back in. That was just Rao's first. 2 team fouls both ways. Liberty Center ball out of bounds. Now Moeller was open on the right baseline. Kicks it over to Gracie Miller. Gracie Miller finds Moeller again. Little return to favor. Moeller knocks down the bunny.
Nice backdoor cut by Moeller.
Yeah, good movement there by Liberty Center against the man-to-man defense. Thiel with a long diagonal to Ella Voigt. Ella Voigt with a nice leave in the paint. Kaylee Thiel just not able to control it. Another turnover for the Bears. Emmy Gray gets it up the floor to Gracie Miller. Miller to Barrett. Cut off by Reese Grotehouse. Swing it to the top. Gray's got it on the right arc. She goes right baseline. Cut off by Langendorfer. Oh, they're going to call that out of bounds off of Mara Smith. Maybe got a piece of that off of the penetration.
Yeah, really nice defensive effort by Mara Smith there. The girl had the lane, and Mara was able to beat her to the spot, force her out to that left sideline, and almost force a turnover.
Alyssa Giesecke checks back in, giving Kaylee Blanton a rest for Coach Davis. A little trouble with the ball up top. Good on-the-ball defense here from the Bears, what we've come to expect out of man-to-man defense from Bryan over the years. Barrett from the top of the key with a look and knocks down the three. That's two threes for Liberty Center and a 10-4 lead here with 3:40 left in the first quarter.
Boy, that's a key for Liberty. If they can get contributors to hit three-point shots, you're going to force that defense to extend against kids you don't want to.
And if you look at their stats, they have shot a lot of threes this year. They have not made a lot of threes. So that's one of those things. You see the ball go through the net, and they may get hot. Great find from Reese Grotehouse. Nice cut from Ella Voigt and a good finish. Ella Voigt been really hot lately, and she scored a ton of points, so good to see her get on the board here.
Yeah, 2 great offensive decisions there. Reese beating her person, getting in the lane, and Ella making that backdoor cut.
Swing back to Barrett. Barrett looks to penetrate with the right hand. Gray thought about the three, decided to penetrate. Little runner off the glass with the left. 12-6 Liberty Center, and they've come out shooting the ball about as hot as Coach Davis could have hoped for, I'd imagine.
He's thrilled to death with this start. They've had, other than the turnover issue, they've had quality possessions. They've gotten good shots. They've made the shots.
And I think a turnover issue's probably gone both ways. There's a great move and finish by Reese Grodehouse. I think that's who's going to have to get going tonight for the Lady Bears.
At some point, you knew she wasn't going to stay quiet forever.
Yeah, Chris and I always like to talk about how unselfish Reese is and try to get her to play more selfish. Good, strong offensive move there. Number 0, Alyssa Giesecke with a good take from the right elbow against Ella Voigt right there for the bucket. Mara Smith with a long diagonal, and then going to get another turnover from the Lady Bears. Great hustle there by Ellie Moeller. Outruns Ella Voigt to the ball to go get that layup, and a 16-8 lead right now for Liberty Center. A 30-second timeout called by Coach Grosjean. We're just going to stay right here. So kind of a torrid pace here for Liberty Center early. Offensively, they are looking really good.
Yeah, right now Liberty Center has not missed a shot from 2 or 3. That's impressive.
Yeah, and I think right now Coach Grosjean in the huddle is just trying to get his kids, get their legs back underneath and get a little balance. Understand that Liberty Center is not going to keep shooting 100% from the field. You know, just keep your heads about you. Don't do anything silly. Make sure that you settle down a little bit there as we get a look here at the current NWOAL standings. You know, this is no fluke for Liberty Center. You see that 16-1 record, 4-0 in the league. This is the big one in the league tonight, and Coach Grosjean talked about there's probably not a lot of help out there. It's not as strong a league as it's been in years past, and I think the winner of this game is sitting really, really pretty in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I would agree with that. This is a game of a very important magnitude as far as the league goes. Liberty going to a 1-3-1 matchup.
And that great find. Allie Alspalt is in the game here for Kaylee Thiel, giving her a break. Find her right away. She scores right away and is a factor. Great to see out of 51 there, the senior. And then she alters the shot at the other end. I think Liberty Center fans would have liked a little contact there, but I like the no call. And there's the other senior, Blaze Langendorfer, with a nice finish at the other end. And a quick 4-0 burst for the Lady Bears coming out of that timeout. Giesecke again to the basket. Really nice leave on the backside. And another make from 3 right there. Peyton Army knocks down that 3 for Liberty Center. Continuing to shoot the lights out right now. So the Bears have got to weather the storm here early. And there's Ellie Bowler getting a little bit aggressive there against Reese Grodehouse. Going to be the 3rd team foul, her first. That 30-second timeout that we had earlier is brought to you by Stockman Lawn Care. For all your lawn care, snow removal, fertilizer, and spraying, call Stockman Lawn Care Service at 419-636-6572. A couple more subs check into the ball game. Kaylee Thiel is back in for Bryan. Ella Rouse back in for Bryan, so the starting 5 on the floor.
Nice job by Ellie Alspalt coming in. She affected every single possession. Made a basket, got a defensive rebound, blocked a shot. Your role players have to play big in games like this.
And that's what, without the depth of going out and taking 3, 4, 5 minutes at a time off the bench, our bench has to go out and give a solid minute and don't hurt us. Do something positive, don't hurt us. And Allie and Blaze were both able to do that. Ella
Great
Rao
post.
with a great, tough entry there to Kaylee Thiel. Nice pass, nice catch, and she's going to go to the free throw line. Well, that foul, I think, is going to be on number 2, Ellie Moeller. That'll be her second.
One of the things Coach Davis does is he does play 10 kids. He rotates a lot of people. They also get themselves into some interesting lineup situations.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Looking out at the floor right now, they're almost playing without a post.
They are. And it was a great recognition by Bryan to figure out that there was a massive mismatch underneath. Got the ball to Callie. She just got to convert.
Yeah. Just shooting 49% from the free throw line this year, so there continues to be a little bit of a bugaboo for her. Missed the first and then misses the second, both short off iron. Liberty Center's making a run up the floor here, pushing it the other way. Lady Bears are returning the favor with a 1-3-1. Army from the corner doesn't knock it down. Kaylee Thiel gets knocked down. And we're going to get a jump ball on the scramble for the 50-50. Lady Bears are going to get the possession here. So the first miss from 3, I think, for Liberty Center with 55 seconds left in a 19-12 lead. Blanton is going to check back in for Giesecke. Giesecke looks like she's been maybe a little bit hobbled running around. She's going 100 miles an hour, but when she gets a chance to walk, she's got a little hitch in her giddy up, it looks like. A couple of ill-advised passes by both teams there as they trade turnovers, and the Bears still have it. 45 seconds left in the quarter. Grodehouse leaves for Rao, who knocks down the three. Big shot there for Ella Rao.
You mentioned it before. She can become a factor scoring. It sure makes them a lot more dangerous.
Army for another three from the left side, and she misses everything. Reese Grodehouse with the defensive board. 19-15 LC, a chance to get this to a one-possession game. See, it looks like the Bears are going to try to run this down for one last shot at the end of the quarter, see if they can get this closer.
Liberty back to man, tried to go into Callie Thiel.
Yeah, they tried to screen and roll. Ella Rao careless, and then she's going to pick up her second foul right there. That'd be 2 on her. Blaze Langendorfer will check back in with 10 seconds left. So Liberty's got the ball on the side, out of bounds, 10 seconds left. And they've got sub coming to the table right now. Number 13, Eliza Jones, is going to check in. Eliza Jones is among the team leaders in three-point shots. So Coach Davis gets another shooter on the floor here at the end of the quarter with 10 seconds left. Bears stay in the 1-3-1. Well, it sure looked like Gray was carrying the ball a little bit right there.
Great defensive possession by Bryan.
All right, so at the end of one, we've got a 19-15 lead for the Liberty Center Lady Tigers. We'll be back right after this break.
If you haven't stopped by Bryan Ford Lincoln to test drive the all-electric F-150 Lightning
or the rugged and sporty Ford Bronco, we only have one question for you.
Why not?
This Ford Bronco is great for daily commutes or the Outback.
And this F-150 Lightning will do 0 to 60 in 4 seconds without using a drop of gasoline. When you stop by and see us at Bryan Ford Lincoln, you can test drive either of these great vehicles.
Stop by and see us. We'll help you order the exact vehicle that you want and need.
So stop by and see us today at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
4-0.
Gotcha. All right, back at you, Bryan High School, starting the second quarter here. It's going to be Liberty Center ball, 19-15 lead. Bryan has their starters minus Ella Rao on the floor. Blaze Langendorfer is in for her on the floor for Liberty Center. And I'm not going to keep up with all the subs they make, but they look like they've got starters minus Nicole Keller. Number 10 is in the ball game right now for Coach Davis. And then the other 4 starters are on the floor in Gray, Army, Moeller, and Blanton. Liberty Center looking to get Blanton a touchdown low. Pretty good defense there by the Lady Bears, forces a turnover first possession. 19-15 on the main stop scoreboard. Open when you need them. You're always near a main stop. Don't forget, Thursday is today. Reese Grodehouse is going to bring it up. Liberty Center stays. Now they're back to that full court man, applying just some token pressure in the front court. Grodehouse hands off to Mara Smith. Mara Smith trying to find Kaylee Thiel, but just smothering defense there from Liberty Center. Great job turning the corner by Blaze Langendorfer. Finishes at the rim. That's 4 quick ones for Blaze off the bench tonight. And another turnover from Liberty Center. Trying to run, but a great job. Mara Smith trying to match up against the 5'10" Kaylee Blanton right there and did a good job altering that pass.
Yeah, it seems like Bryan's gotten Liberty a little out of their offensive rhythm right now. Their pressure's bothering them a little bit. And Liberty's defense have kind of stepped back. I mean, they're still aggressive, but they're not out that 24, 25-foot mark. So I think Coach Groshkin getting his kids to get the ball to the basket has helped alleviate some of that pressure.
And I think right now Bryan's got a little bit of an advantage with Blaze Langendorfer drawing some post defenders, and she can beat them to the basket. Langendorfer picks up the loose ball, knocks down the shot on the baseline. We've got a tie ball game at 19 with 6:50 left in the first quarter.
You know,
Senior big off the bench, sorry.
Big games like this, Coach, you and I have been in enough of them. We know that it seems like someone from one of the teams who maybe has not been a significant scorer all year steps up and just has a game. You wonder who that will be tonight. Will it be Blaze? Because she certainly got off to that start.
Yeah, and you hope that basket starts to look really big for the senior, and this is her breakout game, because if she's big down the stretch with our starting 5, that's going to make Bryan really hard to beat as Giesecke runs hard to the basket, misses a layup. Ball's getting tipped around again. Liberty Center doing a great job keeping the ball alive. Gieseke picks it up, finishes with a nice left hand in front of Mara Smith to give Liberty Center a 2-point lead.
Yeah, and that's a defensive possession Bryan has to finish off.
But a little bit like what you talked about not giving up defensive rebounds and second chances. Ella Voigt tries to find an opening for a three and can't draw it. Liberty Center comes down with the rebound. Keller gets it and passes ahead to Gray, who finds Army on the backside. Nice job running the floor by Liberty Center. The Bears can't afford, they've got to get back on defense, can't afford to get beat down the floor. Tough runner by Kaylee Thiel. Blaze Langenhofer there to pick it up and finish off. 23-21 right now, Liberty Center.
Blaze Langenhofer has a huge impact on this game so far.
Yeah, and I think right now, sure, her 8 points might be her season high, and it's huge because the Bears need it. You get a timeout down on the floor, 32nd for Liberty Center and Coach Davis.
So interesting. I'm always fascinated when coaches call timeout and why. Liberty's up 2. I think they've gotten off to about as good of a start as you could hope for. Typically, if you call a timeout in this situation, you see something. You see something you want to take advantage of, so I want to pay attention to what Liberty runs coming out of a timeout offensively.
Yeah, and I'll be interested to see if the Bears stay in the 1-3-1 or if they go man-to-man just in case, just to throw something at him if Coach Davis was drawing something up right now. 23-21, Liberty Center. Second quarter here, the legs kind of getting back under the Bears some. I think the timeout thing helps the Bears a lot because it's a lot shorter bench. They're playing 7 right now, whereas Coach has probably got 9 or 10 on the floor so far for Liberty Center. So timeouts, extra breaks, catch our breath anywhere we can is good for the Bears.
And it's a big game. It's a big crowd, probably the biggest crowd these kids have played in front of. That first quarter is emotion. You get a little adrenaline. You get that adrenaline tired. They're just trying to settle in now, like you said, Coach. They're finding their comfort level, so I think we'll see a lot more quality basketball in the next 2.5 quarters.
Bears stay in the 1-3-1. Good job rotating against the Liberty Center skip pass. And that's going to be dribbled off the leg. That's a good call by the official. Coach Davis doesn't agree, and he had a better angle than me, but I disagree with him. Liberty Center player dribbled it off her own leg. Bears are going to take that after the turnover. Reese Grotehouse back in the game for Mara Smith.
Liberty switching to a 2-3 zone.
Coach Groshine talked about this a little bit with his girls. They like to get aggressive, but they can over-rotate. So if we can move the ball quick, there's a nice skip, ball to the corner, try to catch them a little out of sorts. And that's another thing Coach talked about is Alyssa Gieseke comes at Ella Voigt from behind. They like to run and jump a lot like the Bears do, but they like to jump from behind. They like to catch you as you're not paying attention. And that was an example of almost a turnover there on the baseline against Ella Voigt. Blaze Langenhofer with a quick look off the out-of-bounds play, doesn't go. Voigt with the offensive rebound, but swatted away by Kaylee Blanton, and Liberty's coming the other way. Emmy Gray finds Blanton down low, not able to finish, boarded by Blaze Langenhofer. And you can see that Coach Groshine talked about they really like to push and run. Reese Grotehouse a little deep on that one. Good shot, she needs to keep shooting. We need Reese Grotehouse to find her range here.
Misses can't bother you.
Nope. One of the best players in Northwest Ohio. She just needs to find her stroke tonight.
And she's played enough that misses won't bother her. I mean, she'll step into the next one.
Ella Rao back in. Now she's at the top of the 1-3-1 with her 2 fouls, playing where they can protect her. Tipped away by Reese Grotehouse. Holly Allspaw gathers it. Bears coming this way. Rao open in the corner. Off iron, rebound to Ella Voigt. And we're going to get a jump ball called. It's going to stay possession to the Lady Bears. They'll have it out of bounds underneath their own basket. The way the official hustled in there, I thought he might call a reach.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to, and then he called it a jump ball, I think was the right call.
Yeah. Inbounded quickly to Voigt. Grotehouse in the corner for 3. And that'll probably take care of some air ball chance in a hurry. There's the shooter saying, give me another shot, I want that one. That's a first lead of the night for the Lady, or first lead since 2-0 for the Lady Bears. Another tip, another deflection, turnover. The Bears are bringing it, lead 24-23 with 4 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Oh, nice look.
Lob. Great lob from Ella Voigt. Nice finish from Kaylee Thiel. 3-point lead for the Lady Bears. Really good turnaround here in the second quarter. We got a full timeout. We're going to take it with them. We'll be back here after the break.
When you're looking for that unusual part like a battery for your key fob, or everyday car parts like windshield washing fluid, wipers, motor oil or filters, antifreeze or batteries, don't forget to stop by your local Napa store in Bryan. They have the parts in stock. If you're buying any of these parts from anyone other than Napa in Bryan, you're paying too much.
All right, still in our timeout here at Bryan High School. The Lady Bears have taken a 26-23 lead. What are you seeing right now, Coach Meister?
Well, a couple things. We talked about the timeout that Liberty took up to. They called timeout, came down their offensive possession out of the timeout, turned it over, and since that time they've been outscored 5-0. This quarter they've turned it over 5 times. They have 2 shot attempts. So everything that went right for Liberty the first quarter has now kind of swung back around, is not going as well as what he wanted. So again, a really good timeout there by Coach Davis. And Bryan now just looks like that composed veteran team they have. You talked about Reese Grotehouse. That kid's been through the war. She's been through your battles. You know she's going to come to play at some point.
Bears stick with their 1-3-1. Josie Arnold has checked in for the Lady Bears. Give Blaze Langendorfer a break. Liberty Center swinging it around the arc right now. Gracie Miller's got it up top. Chased off by Reese Grotehouse. Peyton Army trying to gather. It looks like Giesecke looked like she got away with a little bit of a walk and runner. Tough shot there, altered by Kaylee Thiel. Army not able to finish. Voigt gets it ahead to Arnold, looks up to Thiel. Thiel draws contact and gets it with the arm. Basket's going to be good. Foul on Liberty Center, number 1, Emmy Gray.
What a great move by Kaylee Thiel. Absorbed the contact, maintains her balance, and scores it. But you know what started that play, Coach? What a terrific entry pass on the break to find Kaylee open.
Yeah, good run out there. Good look ahead by Ella Voigt to Josie Arnold, who found Kaylee Thiel. And that was a good job by the Bears, who haven't looked to run a lot tonight, but they ran at the right time right there. Kaylee Thiel on the free throw line. Gets her own miss. A nice chase, not able to get it to go. Tied up underneath. Josie Arnold and B. Barrett tie it up. It's a jump ball. It's going to go to Liberty Benton.
Or Liberty Center.
Or Liberty Center.
I mean, Liberty Benton might get it on Saturday, but
48
if they do,
hours, yeah. About 48 hours ahead of myself.
Does the possession arrow carry over 48 hours?
I don't know. We'll remind them. Well, they got it, so probably not. We're not going to let them have that one.
We'll not mention that.
So Liberty Center is going to bring it up across against the 1-3-1. Great defense again from the Bears. Giesecke able to pick it up. Oh, and a cheap one there under the basket. A little bit out of control, but Mara Smith's going to get called for the foul. And that's going to put Alyssa Giesecke on the line. Free throws again tonight brought to you by Welling Construction. Welling Construction's third-generation family-owned general contractor for quality custom homes, renovation projects, and commercial work. Contact us, 419-636-3712. Giesecke's first free throw is no good. Lady Bears with a 28-23 lead with 3:07 left in the half. The second free throw was long, but then it was right, and then it hit the rim a couple more times and drops through for Alyssa Giesecke. So the senior has 5 right now. Liberty Center with 3 seniors on the roster and 9 juniors. That's their 12 girls, and the junior class has been a really good team, or a really good group for a long time at Liberty Center, and that's showing. There's a turnover by Blaze Langendorfer, gets her pocket picked by Peyton Army, who gets her shot sent out of bounds pretty rudely by Kaylee Thiel at the other end as the Bears defense recovers quick.
Liberty extending their man-to-man pressure back out to the volleyball line once again.
I'm sure that's probably one of the things Coach Davis wanted to talk about during that timeout.
Absolutely. His defense quit causing turnovers that led to his good offense, so I'm sure that was an adjustment he made.
Great hands by Mara Smith poking that away. Reese Grotehouse to the run out. Skip past Blaze Langendorfer for 3, and the senior finds the bottom of the net. Big hit for Blaze. She's got 11 right now in the first half. Just keep feeling it, senior. That's a big shot for her. A 31-24, biggest lead of the night now for the Lady Bears. Get the crowd into it a little bit. Yeah, there's going to be a body right there on Allie Ausball. 5th team foul. So Liberty Center not shooting yet, but 2:17 left in the half. Ella Voigt back in for Allie Ausball.
You know, the 1-3-1 has given Liberty some issues, but I think part of it is because he took Kaylee Thiel and moved her out to the point of that 1-3-1. those long arms, that big wingspan. Liberty has a very difficult time reversing the basketball. They get it to a side, they get stuck.
Well, the matchup up there is 5'3" and 5'4" guards against your 6'1" post player. That's just alters things so much. It doesn't look like anything's open. Reese Grodehouse applies some good pressure. Good post defense there by Blaze Langendorfer. Blanton went to save it. I think that was going to be off Langendorfer.
It was.
Good hustle by Blanton, but just kind of a tough luck break for her there. She picks it up out of bounds. The Bears have a chance to add to the 7-point lead with 2 minutes left in the half.
I think Coach Grosjean is going to go to an ISO somewhere, either on the post or a wing, but I think he's going to try to alleviate this pressure one more time by getting the right person the ball. Oh, just a tough pass there.
Yeah, just a little bit lazy with that one. Good hustle by Reese Grodehouse, forces a miss from Peyton Army. Now Lavoigt's got a lot of company in the backcourt right now. That's the one thing we've seen out of Liberty. They're not afraid to pressure anywhere all the time.
No.
Real close to a 10-second there. And boy, another deflection from Liberty Center goes off Blaze Langendorfer's hands. That's probably the number one thing I think I've seen out of the Bears tonight is we need to handle that pressure. You talked about it as a key to the game. We've got to handle that pressure just a little better.
Well, not only does Liberty pressure, they're strong kids. They're very physical. So
Yes.
that's a different kind of pressure.
Yep. They're not afraid to get up in you. They're playing almost like what we've seen with the WBL style of basketball,
Yes.
which is a great look for us come tournament time. We need that. There's another turnover. Ella Voigt's got it on the run out.
Oh, great look.
Across to Reese Grodehouse. Good job by Reese Grodehouse of keeping her feet underneath her and finishing right there. 7 for her. 33-24. Now Bears lead by 9. Ella Voigt about snuck back in that after gambling on one on the wing. She about snuck back in. Hey, Kaylee Thiel's going to get whistled for that one right there. Ella Voigt thought about taking the charge. I think she was in great position there. No call on it. That's going to be Kaylee Thiel on the foul. That's her first.
Really a nice job by Giesecke of avoiding the contact because you're right, Ella was in position for it. And a really nice job also of maintaining that offensive rebound. And that wasn't one where someone just didn't check out. They just got caught into a bad situation.
Sometimes you're going to get out of whack on your rotations. First free throw is no good for Giesecke. I've been impressed with her. She plays hard. She comes in averaging 4 points a game, 35% free throw shooter, 4 rebounds. She's been really active. She's playing this like it's her senior year, and she wants to win a league title. I've been impressed with her effort so far.
Yeah, she's a kid who does a whole lot of little things.
Second free throw is good. 33-25, 8-point lead under a minute now. Lady Bears have the ball, bring it up against
Liberty into a
some
run.
Liberty Center pressure.
Little run and jump in the half court again.
And Bears had it where they wanted it with Reese Grodehouse. And coach wants us to be patient here and get a shot. That's a good shot, good look. Great finish and the block. Ella Voigt's going to go to the line with a great job going through contact. Foul's going to be on number 12, Gracie Miller.
Boy, nice job of entering the ball on one side of the floor, swinging it to the other, recognizing Liberty was out of position on the reversal, and then attacking that basket because Liberty is so aggressive coming out in their approaches defensively.
Now Ella Voigt comes in having scored 44 points in her last 2 games, and that was really 6 quarters. So it's good to see her get going here a little bit. That was her 4th point, has a chance for her 5th now on the free throw. Like Kaylee Thiel and the official down there having a great conversation about the last whistle at the other end. They're both smiling though, so I think it must have been good. Ella Voigt finishes off the traditional 3-point play. 11-point lead for the Bears, 33 seconds left in the half.
Big possession here. If you're Liberty, you do not want to go down double digits. If you're Bryan, boy, you'd like to sneak another 2 in there.
Nice kick to the wing. Good look there from Emmy Gray, not able to get the 3-pointer to go, so the Bears have got it with 20 seconds left. Really need to take care of the ball here and get themselves a shot.
Boy, Liberty's still coming out and trying to press and run and jump out in the man defense with 10 seconds left.
Now, I really got to believe this is what the second half's going to look like as Liberty tries to come back. And they're just going to be
1-4 low.
Grodehouse tries to pull the trigger on a 3. It's short. Scramble for the ball. Nobody's able to get a shot off. So that's how it's going to end at the half. Lady Bears with a great second quarter, an 11-point lead, 36-25 at the break.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
I'm Tom Turnbull of Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused, celebrating our 100th anniversary, 2022.
It's great working with family. The relationship we have with one another allows us to focus on your family and help guide you through the planning process.
We focus in on your family's needs to make sure that everything is done the way that you and your family want.
Right now, our family wants a Golden Bear victory.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
If you haven't stopped by Bryan Ford Lincoln to test drive the all-electric F-150 Lightning
Or the rugged and sporty Ford Bronco, we only have one question for you.
Why not?
This Ford Bronco is great for daily commutes or the Outback.
And this F-150 Lightning will do 0 to 60 in 4 seconds without using a drop of gasoline. When you stop by and see us at Bryan Ford Lincoln, you can test drive either of these great vehicles.
Stop by and see us. We'll help you order the exact vehicle that you want and need.
So stop by and see us today at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
All right, we are back at halftime right now at Bryan High School. The Lady Bears lead Liberty Senators 36-25 on the strength of a 21-6 second quarter. Lady Bears kind of got things back, got the legs back underneath them, feeling good now. So I think we're working on some stats here. I saw some smoke coming out of Coach Meister's ears. I think the hamster fell off the wheel twice, but I think we're ready to roll with some halftime stats.
Yeah, having me try to multitask and call a game and keep stats is disastrous.
I know, we do that all the time, except it's usually me in that chair. So that part feels kind of, I'm talking more than I've talked in a long time. That part's hard, but I love the fact that you got to do the math tonight.
Well, let's start with the Bryan Lady Bears. They're 13 for 18 from the 2, 3 for 8 from the 3, so shooting a scorching percentage from there. For Liberty Center, they're 6 for 12 from the 2 after that hot start. They're 2 for 5 from the 3, so again, they are 8 for 17, pretty respectable in their own right. Interesting here, Coach Grosjean talked about what is the key for Bryan, keep Liberty off the offensive boards. Liberty has 2 offensive rebounds. Bryan has 5 offensive rebounds. Defensive rebounds, Bryan with 4, Liberty Center with 5. There's not a lot of rebounds to be had because it's either a made basket or a turnover.
Well, it took a long time in that first quarter for Liberty to even miss a shot.
Exactly. Turnovers, Bryan has 10 for the half, Liberty Center has 15. And that is huge because Liberty's probably last 4 or 5 turnovers led to baskets for Bryan, and so that was gave Bryan the ability to extend their lead. From the free throw line, Liberty Center is 4 for 6. Bryan is 1 for 6. And that's something that could come into play in the second half, especially as this game gets close and the Lady Bears have to make free throws at the end.
And that's, that's one of those things, especially as you go down the stretch in a league race, tournament time. Free throws have been a little bit of a problem for the Lady Bears, but like I always like to say, it's nice for Coach Grosjean to have something to correct on film. Can't always do things well, so it's nice to have something that you can get on people about a little bit. So we are in the halftime break right now at Bryan High School. Bryan leads 36-25, and we'll be back right after a short break.
I wanted to learn the skills to get ahead in my career, and thanks to Northwest State, I'm well on my way to a great job with a local company.
NSCC is my community's college.
Contact our advising center today or stop by.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could I just ask?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
When you're looking for that unusual part like a battery for your key fob, or everyday car parts like windshield washing fluid, wipers, motor oil or filters, antifreeze or batteries. Don't forget to stop by your local Napa store in Bryan. They have the parts in stock. If you're buying any of these parts from anyone other than Napa in Bryan, you're paying too much.
Toll free.
All right, back at Bryan High School as we watch some of our young girls, 3rd and 4th graders, I believe, down here playing at halftime, trying to overcome the coaching of Mr. Mugurufer down there on the floor, but they're making buckets, so they must not be listening too closely.
It's a lot to overcome. God bless them.
Yep, for sure. All right, so we got some individual stats now from our players in tonight's ball game.
Yeah, let's take a look at scoring. For Liberty Center, Elisa Gisigi has 6, and they're led by Peyton Army with 7. Elle Muller has 4. Emerson Gray, their leading scorer, has 5, and I think maybe a storyline that we want to keep looking at is Liberty's second leading scorer, Callie Blayton, has not scored yet. For the Bryan Lady Bears, Allie Oswald came in and chipped in with 2. Callie Thiel with 4. Ella Voigt with 5. Ella Rao with 5. And they have been led tonight by Blaze Langendorfer. And we talked about, is there an X-factor player in this game? Is there a kid who will step up in a game of this magnitude and just have a night where it could be a difference maker? She has 11. Bears are up by 11.
And she's been huge. Senior coming off the bench tonight. Like I said, it's probably, I don't have my crack stat guy right next to me tonight, but probably her season high at this point. And we just hope she can continue to do what she's doing and be productive the way she's been. I want to thank all of our sponsors again for tonight's broadcast and radio. Under Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Ford Lincoln, Bryan Parks and Rec, the Danielle Van Atta Agency, Fackler Monument, Jason Dietsch Automotive, Laub Auto Parts, Newcomer Schaefer Spangler, Brininger and Rakes, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Real Estate Advantage, Starks Plumbing and Heating, Veteran Services of Williams County. Now it's my turn. I always get put on the spot by Chris Belanga and say, okay, you're Coach Davis, you're Coach Grosjean, what are you telling your kids? Let's start on Liberty Center side.
Well, I think the number one issue he's going to address at halftime is turnovers. We can't turn the ball over 15 times. That's 30 to 45 points that we didn't have a chance to take advantage of simply because we turned it over, and 30 to 45 points we gave Bryan the opportunity to get back. So issue number one, let's take care of the basketball. I think the second thing is when we turned them over, and they did, they turned Bryan over 10 times, they only took advantage of 2 of those turnovers into points. So if we're going to turn them over, let's get it, let's go, let's get the pace of this game back up. And I think the third thing he's going to tell them is we're going to come out and we're going to press them. From the time they enter the basketball to the time this game ends, we're going to press, we're going to trap, we're going to run and jump. We're going to do a lot of things to try to take them out of their comfort level.
What's their advantage right now? Their advantage is depth and numbers, and foul trouble can't concern him at all. They only committed 6 in the first half. They've got 1 player or 2 players, I think. Maybe both the Moeller girls have 2 fouls. So at this point, foul trouble is not an issue for them. So they've got to take advantage of that depth, and I agree. Play them baseline to baseline, sideline to sideline to see if they can wear us out, force some turnovers.
Yeah.
So what do you think with Coach Grosjean?
Well, he's going to talk to them about how they played the last 6 minutes of that second quarter. Bottom line is they got themselves into an offense. They made Liberty defend. They attacked their pressure very, very well. When Bryan got past the initial line of defense early on in the first quarter, they either turned it over or they took some shots that maybe weren't as high quality of shot as you would have liked. Boy, did that change in the second quarter. All of a sudden, they attacked Liberty's pressure. Not only were they scoring, but they were finding the open person on backdoor cuts. Just a lot of nice things. So he's going to continue to talk to them about that. I think he still wants to tell them to run. I think he wants to tell them to get out, look at your runouts, but make intelligent decisions. If your runout's not there, you don't have a basket. Let's bring it back and run our offense. And then the third thing, and this is just a guess, but I'm not so sure he's not saying, you know what, I think I can pound it on the block. I think Kaylee Thiel, I think Blaze Langendorfer, I think even Allie Oswald, those kids can cause some real problems for Liberty Center, man or zone, because they possess such a big space. And you know how it is, Coach. You get the ball inside, it forces every defender on the floor to look at that post person. And now that creates some opportunities for the other players. So I think those things Coach is talking about to the Bryan kids.
Yeah, because the Bears haven't gotten a ton of clean looks from 3. They don't rely on the 3 like they have in years past, but they haven't gotten a lot of clean looks. And I think if they can play inside out, look inside, kick opposite, that might be a way to get some cleaner looks.
Yep.
And then once we can get going, if that three-point shot becomes a weapon, then we get even more dangerous.
Yeah. And again, I also kind of expect Reese Grotehouse maybe to impose her will a little bit in the second half. I thought she did a great job in the first half. She got her teammates involved. She got people some open looks. She got herself a couple baskets, but she really kind of let the game come to her. I think in the second half, she might, again, try to impose her will, not necessarily force the issue, but maybe a little more aggressive offensively.
Yeah, and I think that's something that I've pressed for that. I think a lot of people like it. We know it's there. The nice thing for Reese is it's never had to be something she has to do, because you look at the scoreboard right now. Thiel has 6, Voigt has 5, Reese has 7, Ella Rao has 5. We know Blaze has 11. We got a bucket from Ali Oswald. That balanced scoring has been there, so we haven't had to try to force one. Real quick here before we get to the end of halftime, we do have some league updates going on right now. At halftime, Patrick Henry leads Wauseon 20-16 in a low-scoring ball game. In a real low-scoring ball game, Evergreen leads Archbold at the half 18-8, and Delta's up on Swanton 19-14. So apparently 36-25 is just an absolute shootout over here in Bryan tonight with Liberty Center and Bryan, and the cold air's been hurting the other ball games in the league, but probably all going the way you would think. That Evergreen score surprises me a little, especially 18-8 at the half. So Lady Bears inbound, get the first possession of the half. Liberty Center showing some zone, a 1-3-1 or a stack 2-3 to start.
It almost looked like a 2-1-2. There we go, right inside.
Good call right there. Great feed and some traffic by Ella Rao to Kaylee Thiel. Nice finish by Thiel. We give the Bears a 13-point lead here to start the half.
Yeah, as we talked about at halftime, Coach comes out and pounds it down inside right away.
Giesecke again for the Tigers. She goes and gets points 7 and 8 right now, so she's doubled her season average. Been a really aggressive force and a positive force offensively for Coach Davis's crew tonight.
Boy, she's a big, strong kid. She takes it inside. She's always thinks she's very balanced when she shoots, too. It's never anything that's just throwing it up. It's always attacking with balance and strength.
Yeah, she may end up off the wrong foot, but she's going up strong. Nice job by Reese Grodehouse getting to the elbow, found by Mara Smith. Nice bucket there for the senior. Shot fake by Army, a step inside the line, has one rattle out. Good board there by Kaylee Thiel. Look ahead to Ella Rao. Shoots through a lot of contact there, but no whistle, and Giesecke comes down with the board. Push ahead here by Haley Moeller. Spot up 3 for Liberty Center on the left wing, and that's Peyton Army knocking down the 3. That gets her to 10 in double digits tonight. That's another senior there for Liberty Center.
And I believe she is statistically their best three-point shooter as well.
10-point lead now for the Lady Bears at 40-30. A little miscommunication out top between Rao and Mara Smith.
Liberty switching back to man.
A couple times there with Liberty Center getting their hands on passes. That ball deflected again, a turnover by the Bears. Look ahead. Blanton not able to finish. She just has not been able to get going tonight. That's been a positive on the defensive end for the Bears. Yet to score for Kaylee Blanton, and I think she might be the second leading scorer. Ella Voigt, tough step through and not able to finish. A little ragtag there the last couple trips down and back here for both teams. Out of bounds underneath for the Lady Bears. Chance to settle down here and get a good look off of a baseline out of bounds. Reese Grodehouse, a little bit of an elevator play here. And I think you're right, Coach Meister. You can see a lot of contact by Liberty Center, not afraid to whack some arms. They're just going to play as aggressive as the officials let them play. Ella Voigt cleans up that miss and gets the finish. Giesecke pushes ahead at the other end. Army again, a long 3 from the left side, chased down by Giesecke. Just kind of rumbles through some bodies, but throws it right into Ella Voigt's hands. And Voigt's pushing the other way. Oh, and she gets hit hard in the paint, a little shove there. I don't know whether you're going to give this to Army. Looks like he's looking back over here at number 5. Number 5 is going to be Haley Moeller. She picks up her 3rd. Been a tough whistle tonight for Haley Moeller, the 5'4" senior. Voigt at the line knocks down her first free throw, shooting it over an 80% clip right now this year. And that gets her to 8 points here quickly early in the 3rd. Blaze Langendorfer checks in for Reese Grodehouse. And Nicole Keller is going to check in for Haley Moeller for Coach Davis and Liberty Center. 43-30 on the main stop scoreboard right now. Lady Bears have the lead. 44-40 after Voigt completes a 2-2 from the free throw line. And the Bears extend that 1-3-1 out to the timeline. Takeaway by Ella Rao. I think it was going to be a travel anyway. Blaze Langendorfer there gets tied up, I guess. It's been a lot more basketball than you can see the replay right here.
And then she's trying to put it down as a shot attempt. She never got it above her knees.
No, it's hard. It's kind of hard when both your forearms don't get above your chest to extend and finish on a shot. I say the official missed it, but he was closer than the players were, I think. So the Bears get it out of bounds. That's really lucky on a force right there. I don't know how that ball ended up in Kaylee Thiel's hands.
That's one heck of a catch by Kaylee Thiel.
That was, because I think she was holding off one player, catching with the other. Fouls on Blanton. That's her first second team foul. Well, they call that a shooting foul. So that'll put Kaylee Thiel at the line again tonight for the Bears.
I don't know if I'm surprised or caught off guard or what the right word is, but the effectiveness of Kaylee Thiel in the post and her ability to be the best post player on the floor tonight. They can't guard her. I mean, she's making herself big. She's making herself presentable. She's made some tough catches. I mean, I thought Liberty would combat her a little bit or offset her a little bit. She's really stepped up, and she's been really good in the post tonight.
She gets the first, misses the second. Blaze Langendorfer chases down the rebound. Tries to feed the post to Thiel, but the Liberty Center cuts that off. Turnover for the Bears. 45-30, Bryan lead with about 5 minutes left in the third.
Well, you mentioned it. Liberty Center's quickness is impressive.
They close the gaps down a lot. Deflection by Langendorfer. She takes one back for the Bears. No harm, no foul there. Look ahead by Voigt.
Oh, great take.
Langendorfer turns the corner. The official says that's going to be a travel, just not able to keep her feet as she made the turn there. Gets up with a smile on her face.
Just got a little off balance, but boy, did she make the right decision there.
Yeah, I like that. Turn in the corner right there. She's done that a couple times tonight and been able to finish. She needs to keep looking for that opportunity.
Bryan back into that 1-3-1 that's giving Liberty some trouble tonight. Ella Rao out top.
Liberty Center attacking some gaps. Got away with a double dribble there, I think, by Army. Army's got it on the right. Going to look to penetrate. And Kaylee Thiel says, I'll take that, thank you. Boy, Army gets away with 2 fouls right there. The good news is, Coach Meister, I think you and I could play in this as clumsy, as off balance as we might play. Well, Langendorfer misses one, gets her own rebound, and we've decided we've come to a stretch in the ball game where the whistles don't work, I think.
I could not play in this game. They're playing way too much defense.
Giesecke again doesn't get it to fall. Ball comes off the rim, and it's going to go off of Reese Grotehouse. So Liberty Center will keep it out of bounds underneath their basket. Langendorfer and Rao come off for the Bears. Allspaw and Arnold check in. Barrett is going to check in for Giesecke for Liberty Center. They've got Emmy Gray, B. Barrett, Ellie Moeller. Great look down on the baseline right there. Shot missed. Bears had it, got it knocked away, and then Ali Allspaw gathered it up, and Kaylee Thiel's going to get it to Reese Grotehouse.
Something to pay attention to. Liberty's got themselves in one of those goofy lineups again where they have 5 guards on the floor. See if Bryan recognizes that and goes into Thiel.
They did, but a great job defensively there. I think it looked like it was Barrett that tipped that away. I think that was one that needed a little more touch.
Yeah.
We put a little bit too much heat on that. Barrett gets it back to the corner. Ball goes to the left corner for Liberty Center. Skip pass to Moeller. Moeller finds Miller, number 12, as she buries that 3. That's her first bucket of the night. Closes it to a 12-point lead for the Lady Bears. Pretty good job moving the ball there by Liberty Center.
Great job. Liberty, when they have not turned over, they have been impressive offensively tonight. They've gotten good looks, and they've made really good decisions.
Yeah, they've been smart with it. I think a lot like what you said, they're strong. They can make the skip pass, get it across the court. Kaylee Thiel, good strong post move inside, wanted some contact, but I think Liberty defended that pretty good. Liberty comes down with the rebound on the miss, push ahead. The Bears come down with the defensive rebound there.
Boy, all of a sudden, now their team can buy a bucket.
Yeah, wow. And that's going to be, gosh, I think that was Haley Moeller again. That's going to be her 4th. I
think that's L.
Oh, sorry, you're right, Ellie Moeller, or L. So Rao and Smith check back in for the Bears. Yeah, and how much maybe Coach Davis likes the idea of these 5 guards. They're quicker and snot out there, so they're going to cause a lot of fits.
Oh, I think the lineup is on purpose on floor.
Yeah, especially with Thiel out.
Yeah, this is great. This is a great part of the chess match.
Yeah, turnover there by the Bears. Just some continue. Both teams really some ill-advised passes against really good defenses. Barrett lines up the 3 but misses everything. Ball comes down to Mara Smith, and then it gets tipped out of bounds by the Tigers. So it's going to be Bryan ball, 2:16 left, 45-33 lead Bears here in the third quarter.
Bryan won a spell here without a bucket. Like to see them get themselves to the foul line, run a set, try to get a mismatch.
Yeah, this might be a good time to run something for Reese Grodehouse, try to find her. Good zone pressure here out of Liberty Center. Ball finally gets across the timeline. I think the Bears need to find their senior this possession and see if we can get ourselves a good look at a bucket. Good decision on the attack there by Smith. She just leaves it short. Allie Allspal gathers that up, not able to hit the free throw. Comes down to Ella Rao, gets knocked away, and they're going to say that's Liberty Center ball. Mara Smith just left her runner short. Allie Allspal not able to finish. So a couple there at the rim would have been nice for the Bears to get. Still a 12-point lead, 1:44 left in the third. The Bears staying in that 1-3-1 that's been effective. Like the ball movement, but right now every time the Bears make Liberty throw an extra pass and burn a couple extra seconds with a 12-point lead, that's a big deal. Good tip away there and deflection. We're going to see Kaylee Thiel check back in for Allie Allspal. Again, solid minutes. Would like to see her finish that one under the bucket, but not as much as she would have liked to. Ella Rao up top in the 1-3-1. Kaylee Thiel is playing the free throw line extended right now. It's a good job there by Liberty, a screen in the zone, trying to free the player on the backside. Tip away, another turnover. Reese Grodehouse gets stuck on the sideline, just kind of dribbled herself into trouble. Blaze Langendorfer wasn't expecting that pass. Down to Barrett on the block. Muscles that one up and in for two to get it to a 10-point game under a minute left in the third. And Liberty Center defense now is causing some issues here with the Bears.
They've done a nice job with this lineup on the floor we talked about.
Another turnover there by the Bears. So the ball gets deflected. 40 seconds left. Liberty Center trying to get it down to single digits for the first time since about 2 or 3 minutes left in the first half. Barrett sees the three, leaves that one short, boarded by Mara Smith. 30 seconds left in the quarter. The Bears need to find a way to get a quality look. Like you said, get one to the free throw line or at least find a good shot. And this is where the Bears wanted. Reese Grosehouse's hands, about 15 seconds left.
He's going to
see what she can create.
Yeah, he's going to go 1-4 low, make Liberty guard her.
But gets loose in the lane. Looks like she got a lot of hand grab, not able to finish. Bears still do a nice job scrambling, find Blaze Langendorfer in and out, but Rao at the buzzer and can't finish. Boy, got some good looks right there and just couldn't get anything to go. So 45-35 here at the end of the third quarter. Lady Bears are going to take the lead to the fourth.
I wanted to learn the skills to get ahead in my career, and thanks to Northwest State, I'm well on my way to a great job with a local company.
NSCC is my community's college.
Contact our advising center today or stop by.
STEM is everywhere, like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead. STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. The only limit is your imagination. Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Why do so many people travel to Jason East Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
All right, we are back at Bryan High School, 45-35. Bryan leads Liberty Center here to start the fourth. It's going to be Liberty Center ball. Bryan has Langendorfer, Thiel, Voigt, Grodehouse, and Smith on the floor. So Rao is on the bench. Langendorfer in for her right now. Liberty Center stays with a four-guard lineup, basically, and then Blanton down on the post is back in for Coach Davis. And Liberty Center again. That was 2 times to start the half. They tried to force into Blanton and turned it over, and they do it again right here.
He's really trying to get her going. I don't blame him. That's what he needs to do. I also think, we talked about some of the chess match things. I think Coach Davis did a really nice job of switching that lineup up halfway through the third quarter, going to a smaller one, creating some turnovers. His kids just didn't finish offensive plays.
Yeah, and right now, if you're Coach Grosjean, you're thinking we need this W. This is a big game in the league, but I'm going to see us run some offense right now. Boy, errant pass right there from Thiel, trying to find Langendorfer off the curl. That's the old zig and zag, and I think she just let her just a little bit too much.
Yeah, she made a great curl cut coming off the screen. Liberty Girl trailer would just missed her on the pass.
The Bears giving back a little bit of pressure themselves. Don't want to give up anything cheap and easy, but they want to make sure Liberty Center really works for everything they get the rest of the way out tonight. Army cuts that one off before Voigt can get a hand on it. There's Blanton's first bucket of the night, and they're going to get Kaylee Thiel on the arm. The bucket is good. Blanton's going to go to the line to try to cut this to a 7-point lead.
And that's Bryan's first foul of the second half.
Yeah, not where you want to give that one up.
No.
So Blanton will go to the line. She is a 60% free throw shooter on the year. And that one is smooth and true. Moeller is going to check. Ellie Moeller is going to check back into the game for Coach Davis. He's getting Blanton off, so he's going with 5 quick defenders right now out on the floor to cause the Bears trouble, and it has. Give them a lot of credit. Liberty Center's playing hard. They're getting their hands on passes, getting their hands on everybody that's handling the ball. And there's another pass tipped away by Liberty Center. Mara Smith gathers. It was a new count because it was deflected. Liberty Center wanted the count. But it was a new count there because the ball had gotten handled by Liberty Center.
Liberty Center does such a very good job of not making you comfortable in your offense. They never let that second and third pass happen. They're always a trap, or there's hands, or there's pressure. They just do a phenomenal job defensively.
That foul's called on Alyssa Giesecke, her first, team's 4th. It's a chance here for the Bears to set up some half-court offense. It doesn't feel like we've done that for a while. Bears need a bucket. They've been on 45 for quite a bit now. I think it was a 12-point lead and another tip pass. Ella Voigt able to save that possession for the Bears. And I think, the Bryan crowd wants a couple pushes. If the whistle stays the way it's been, and it's been consistent.
Very consistent.
That was going to play right to Liberty Center's favor. You can't get a better look than what Blaze Langendorfer just got right there, and she wasn't able to finish, but Kaylee Thiel saves the possession, coming in and tying up that rebound. Bears ball out of bounds underneath 45-38 on the main stop scoreboard. 6:25 left, a lot of ball game left here in Bryan.
A lot of game left. Maybe look for Coach Grosjean to run something to Reese Grotehouse here. Try to get her going in the 4th quarter.
Well, that's just telegraphed. The Bears were just, that was a tough pass to try to force in there. I think Liberty Center was just waiting for that to be thrown, and it's going to be another turnover for the Bears.
It's so hard to make a post pass from the top of the key.
Yeah.
I mean, those post entries really need to come from the wing to the baseline area. You make it from the top of the key, you're just bringing in more defenders to deflect that pass.
And it feels like right now with Kaylee Thiel against the matchup she's getting, I want to throw high to hands and not low to knees just because there's a lot of bodies around there. Liberty Center's so quick, they're able to get to so many passes.
Yeah,
even if you throw the ball down low, it's really hard to get it where you want it to go.
Thought maybe he might try to overload his side as well and take away that backside defense.
The Bears had a trap out top. Nicole Keller came real close to a 5-second call out there, able to get it to Giesecke, who took the ball to the basket, gets it deflected out of bounds by Ella Voigt. So Liberty Center will have it underneath their own basket. And that's going to be a foul on Kaylee Thiel. Blanton got it. She's trying to assert herself a little bit more on the defensive end now. She's got a chance to go to the line to make it a 5-point ball game. And I don't know that you can complain a whole lot if you're Coach Grosjean about the defensive end. We've got to score some points.
Correct.
Blanton's first free throw is good.
I think Coach Grosjean's going to go about one more possession before he calls timeout.
Yeah, he's got to think. He's got 4 left. Yep. If he needs some late, he's still got a couple to use, but he might need something just to settle us down, run something, give himself a good look. And Blanton's second free throw is good, and that makes it a 5-point lead for the Lady Bears. It's been as big as 12 or 13, whittled it down to a 2-possession game at this point. You're going to have to earn it tonight if you're the Lady Bears.
I'll tell you what's interesting is, and I'd love to find out when this is all said and done, it's almost like they're taking Blanton and going offensive, defensive possessions with 6 minutes left in the game.
And it's not foul trouble, it's just Coach Davis knows he's got a heck of a defender sitting on the bench, and he saves his post player for down on the other end, and she's warmed, and boy, there's contact with a shooter again. Ella Voigt not able to finish, but Kaylee Thiel on the backside gets us off a 45. That helps a bunch.
Yeah, when you need a basket, that's what you do. You get the foul line, you get yourself an offensive rebound.
Bears extending the D. Nice hands by Kaylee Thiel. Knocks it away from Melissa Giesecke on the outside. Liberty's going to reset. 47-40 Lady Bears, 5:24 left. Yep, and here comes Blanton on offense again for Moeller. Also going to see number 10, Nicole Keller, check in.
Blanton comes in. Coach Grosh's going to do his own offense for defense. Send Allie Osbaugh in.
Osbaugh's going to come in, kind of protect Kaylee Thiel in
Absolutely.
those 3 fouls right now. You got to be really judicious about how he's using her, because they're kind of attacking her down low. I expect the ball still to go to Blanton here against Osbaugh.
How fun is this? There's 5.5 minutes left in the fourth, and we're going offensive, defensive chess match already.
There's another foul on the Lady Bears. 3rd straight possession where we're going to send them to the free throw line. And Allie Osbaugh draws the foul. She draws a lot of fouls down there. I'm not sure. She thinks she kept her arms straight up. That's a tough angle against a shorter player right there. This seems like one that Allie probably could have just knocked out of bounds. So we're going to get 2 free throws right here. For number 1, Emmy Gray. She's at the line tonight. She's got 5 and stays at 5 after she misses the first. She averages 11.5 a game. Lady Bears have done a pretty good job defensively against her. Kaylee Thiel checks back in for Allie Osbaugh. So 5 starters on the floor for the Bears right now. Second free throw for Gray is good. 6-point lead for the Bears, 47-41. And Coach Davis gets Haley Moeller back on the floor. She checks in for number 1, Emmy Gray. Give her a quick break. Mara Smith working against some pressure, and here comes that run and jump from the backside. I think we've got to find a way to help Mara Smith out a little bit. Coach Groshine calls a timeout in the backcourt. It's a full one. We're going to take it with him here from Bryan.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters Board of Directors invites you to become Bryan Built.
The Athletic Boosters support our athletic programs in many ways, and that support is made possible through both corporate and patron support.
We are Bryan Built.
All right, back at Bryan High School and in a full timeout. Both coaches talking to the troops right now on the bench. Coach Davis with the whiteboard, Coach Groshine with the whiteboard. What are we talking about down there?
Coach Davis is going to say keep doing what you're doing, because that run and jump or that ball side trap is giving Bryan fits. For Coach Groshine, I think you've got to tell your girls, whoever leaves to go trap, get yourself to the middle of the floor. If your girl's going to go trap, get yourself to the middle of the floor, because they can break the trap. They're going to get some 3-on-2 looks down. They simply just can't continue to turn over against a simple run and jump.
And the upside for the Bears is you got 5 girls on the floor that can handle the ball if they have to handle the ball. So we shouldn't be scared for anybody here to touch it. It's just getting it out of those traps.
Well, and you cannot allow yourself to get into a defensive way of attacking a press. Perfect.
Well, Kaylee Thiel got fouled again, maybe twice. No whistle underneath the basket, but it's going to stay with the Lady Bears. I'm not quite sure what more has to happen before you get a whistle on that.
Yeah, a lot of contact underneath.
Good find by Reese Grodehouse against an overextended Liberty Center defense there.
Well, they got her to the middle of the floor, and as we talked about, they got that 3-on-2 wide open look.
Reese Grodehouse hangs on to that one. I say Army with the forearm shiver against Ella Voigt. Foul's going to be called on her on the floor. That's the 5th for Liberty Center. And that's just the 1st on Peyton Army. I think there's a little bit to the depth showing right now. I think the Lady Bears look a little more haggard than what Liberty Center looks right now. They're a little fresher. Nice find. Kaylee Field draws a lot of company down there, and she's going to get fouled on the floor. And if that call is going to be, the official is. The foul is going to be on Peyton Army, and then it looked like the technical also is going to be on Peyton Army. I think she continued to talk after the official asked her to stop. The baseline official saw it.
I don't know what she said, but something there was magical because the baseline official never hesitated. He wasn't the official who had the initial conversation with her.
No, the other official was walking away. He was happy to walk away. So that official, now that called the T, has talked to Coach Davis. You never like it. You don't want it in this situation.
No, you don't. You don't.
So right here, the Bears need to take advantage of a chance to swing some momentum. Ella avoided the line to shoot the technical free throw. She knocks down the first one, and the Bears are going to have it out of bounds after this on the baseline.
It could be a big swing, and you feel bad for a kid like Peyton because she's been such a vital part of Liberty's success tonight. She's made big shots. She's had a really terrific athletic career there.
And she's playing her tail off. She's being intense. Didn't do anything from our vantage point up here.
Correct.
Not throwing things, not any theatrics. She just said something she shouldn't have said, and senior knows that she made a mistake, and she's going to try to make up for it here, I'm sure. So the Bears get out now to a 49-41 lead with the ball, 4:30 left in the ball game. Reese Grodehouse, a little bit of an ISO play, finds 3 defenders, plenty of company. Morris Smith just kind of fires that through everybody on the right side. The Bears lose a chance to add to the lead here with another turnover.
Liberty Center has flipped the script on the turnover. Bryan has 10 turnovers in the second half. Liberty Center only has 5.
That's been a huge key in this comeback for Liberty Center. The Bears just, I don't say they're sloppy with the ball because Liberty Center's running us into a lot of that, but they have forced a lot of mistakes out of the Bears.
Credit Liberty Center to what they're able to do defensively.
Boy, great job by Kaylee Thiel right there. Used every bit of that 6'1" frame and however long those arms are. Picked off that entry pass. Steal another possession. Ball tipped away. Another deflection by Liberty Center. I tell you, this is like watching. Bryan has to feel like they're being defended by themselves right now. Nothing easy at any point in this ball game offensively. Here comes another line change of 3 subs. The offense-defense has expanded itself a little bit more for Coach Davis now, getting Army off with her 3 fouls. Gets Keller off. There's a lot of speed on the floor right now. Good job in the post by the defenders for Liberty Center. Giesecke with the steal, gets trapped on the floor, and she's able to call timeout with 3:57 left. Looks like Coach Davis is going to call this a 30-second timeout right now. So Liberty Center, he's going with a full. So Liberty Center is going to have the ball on the baseline when we come back.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
If you want a quality education that leads to great career opportunities in manufacturing, Northwest State is your community's college.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation.
All right, back at Bryan High School right now. Liberty Center is going to have it out of bounds, full length of the floor, 49-41 after a full timeout. Bears turned it over on a sideline out of bounds. Liberty Center committed a technical foul. One of the players called for a technical foul. Ella Boyd knocked down the 2 free throws. The Bears not able to capitalize with the next possession. So 8-point lead. Liberty Center, a big number now, sitting on 17 fouls. Every foul now sends the Bears to the line. The Bears with just 3 team fouls. 3:57 left on the clock, which you know if you're sitting on that Bryan bench down there feels like an eternity.
Well, we talked about will the free throw shooting come into play at the end of the game, and certainly it's going to have a factor one way or the other.
You can see Reese Grodehouse playing some really good man-to-man up top. You know, I think that's one thing the Bears could be a little more aggressive here. You don't want to get Liberty to the line and score without the clock running, but you can be aggressive in your half court, not be afraid to commit fouls on the floor. Boy, that's a bad foul there. Kaylee Field's going to pick up her 4th with 3.5 left. She got beat on the seal there by Kaylee Blanton. who's really kind of come alive here in the second half. She's got 5. She's going to go to the free throw line now.
Fourth quarter, Liberty's done a really nice job of getting her the ball in spots where she can take advantage of her size and quickness.
And she knocks down another free throw, 49-42. I don't think she's missed a free throw yet tonight either. She's been solid at the line.
Coach Grosjean looks like he's electing to stay with Callie Thiel.
Yeah, I think right now what he has to make a decision on is probably try to sneak some offensive defense with Ali Osbal when he can. She's not played a lot of extended minutes this season, so Kaylee's going to have to be smart. Keep her hands off. If you get in some bad positions, you're just going to not foul. And Coach Davis, guaranteed, knows it. He's going to try to take advantage of that all he can the rest of the way out. So the Bears got to score. 49-43, 6-point lead, 3:35 left. We got to run some efficient offense. Blanton checks back out of the game. I'd just say this is about like, here NFL talk about turbo offense when they get their speed on the field. This is turbo defense, and a turnover forced again by the trap up at half court. Kaylee Thiel, really aggressive, forces a turnover from Liberty Center. Bears have the ball back, save the possession, and able to settle things down a little bit.
Nice job by Mara Smith. Took the ball, took control, so let's run something.
Yeah. Great hustle by Kaylee Thiel to flip that away from behind.
Looked like coach is going to go with a little bit of open post motion. Going to run that at 24, 25 feet, spread Liberty Center out, make them foul, or try to get a backdoor layup out of this. I think 2:54 is too long to hold it.
Yeah, getting close to a 5 right there. Mara Smith trying to get some things started offensively.
I like his thought process of spreading Liberty out with nobody in the post, because now you're going to take away help side defense. You spread it out, you take away that ability for a quick trap once you get into the half court. What will be very interesting is what's your philosophy? Do you look to score? So if you have a lane, you tell your kids, get it to the basket and try to score. Do you say, we're only taking a backdoor layup, let's take our chance at the foul line? So let me flip the script on you. If you're Coach Grosjean, what do you do?
Well, I think knowing his girls right now and trusting them the way he does, he's got girls that have played a lot of ball games, won a lot of games. So if he feels comfortable with them trying to burn clock, keep it in the right hands, he's going to do that. But there's always me who says in any basketball game, let's score it before we turn it over. If you got an open lane to the bucket, let's extend our lead and go play defense. I just think everything the Bears get right now is just going to be, really hard. You're going to have to work hard for every chance you get at this point. And if Liberty Center continues to be able to put their hands all over ball handlers, that's going to be to the benefit of Liberty Center, because there isn't much that happens when you have the ball in your hands where you are not grabbed, held, banged into. Reese Grodehouse with some penetration right there. And we're going to get a charge called on that. Giesecke draws the charge on Reese Grodehouse. Good call. Just 2 on Reese. Yeah, Giesecke got there, got her feet set, just doing everything. You talked about it earlier. Number 0, the senior's done everything for Liberty Center so far tonight. And here comes the offensive substitutions. This has been really good for Coach Davis tonight. He's done a nice job of managing the game. Going to make it feel almost like a football game where he gets his offensive unit on the floor, then gets his defensive unit on the floor, and he's been able to find dead balls to get that done all night long. Reese Grodehouse tries to body up the ball carrier a little bit. Block shot, scramble there. Liberty Center ends up with it. Open 3 from the wing, just short. Army gathers it, but Kaylee Thiel able to reject that shot and not pick up her 5th. Main stop scoreboard says 49-43, Lady Bears, 2:01 left. I think that block shot got Coach Grosjean just a little nervous.
Yeah, because Osbal came in immediately.
Yes, yep. Ali Osbal checks in for her here. Defensively, Bears sit in a 2-3 zone. Blanton sure looked like she got away with it. Some steps right there. Ali Osbal made that hard, but she finishes with the left, and it's down to a 4-point ball game now. I'm going to say that happened right in front of the back official. I'm not sure what he didn't see. That's going to be on Peyton Army.
It caught the sideline official so off guard that he didn't call the foul. He double blew the whistle.
Yeah.
He wasn't expecting to blow the whistle.
I think he didn't think he was going to have to call that, but Army got up in the air and about got a knee into the forehead of Reese Grodehouse. I guess that wasn't bad enough for the back official. So now Reese Grodehouse will go to the line. and shoot 1-1. Allspaw goes to the table ready to check in for Thiel after she's going to come in now. It's 1-1. She doesn't have to wait. 49-45. Bears lead. 1:48 remaining. First one is up and good. Reese Grodehouse will have a second here.
Your Coach Gene, you could pick any player to put the line in this specific moment. I'm guessing he picks her.
Yep, he likes having her out there right now. We want to try to find Ella Voigt when we start getting fouled. She's been shooting it at a high rate here. Second one is up and rattles around and good. 51-45. Liberty Center's going to push the action here. Lady Bears just have to, Lady Bears got to make them burn as much clock as they can and don't give up anything easy. Giesecke goes baseline, tries to throw it off the glass, doesn't get it. Allie Allspaw gets fouled and she'll go shoot. It looks like he's going to whistle that. That's going to be on Blanton, Kaylee Blanton, just her second. Allie Allspaw's going to go to the line. She hasn't been there a lot this year, just a 44% free throw shooter.
Well, again, here's the role players we talked about, stepping up in big moments. Which team will have them step to the forefront in big moments? Here's a chance for Allie Allspaw.
Yeah, chance for the senior here to knock down a free throw in a big moment. Kid that's been around the program, played JV up through last year, just continues to have a great attitude, work hard. You love to have kids like this in your program. First one is long. Scramble for a rebound. Jump ball called. Ella Voigt saves the possession there for the Lady Bears. Alyssa Giesecke and Ella Voigt scrambled for that. Voigt able to tie her up. It's going to be Bears ball underneath their own basket. 51-45, a minute 30 left. Langendorfer in for Rao. So we've got our 4 starters minus Ella Rao. Blaze Langendorfer still with her 11 points from the first half that really bailed the Bears out. Reese Grodehouse is going to trigger it in. Ella Voigt back to Grodehouse in the corner. Drew a lot of company when she got down to the block. Going to call that out of bounds off of Liberty Center.
She got no man's land.
She got stuck and
very fortunate there.
Turned out good for the Lady Bears. Long inbound pass to Mara Smith. She's got it up top and try to get the Bears offense going. Liberty Center will chase you as far back as you want to go.
I think Liberty has to foul here in the next 10 to 15 seconds. They may try to play it out to get a trap, but yep, good foul out front.
Yep, foul with 1:17 left. Right now what you're looking for is you got to make the front. This is going to be 2 shots. So we got to split them here and make it a 3-possession game. 51-45. Got to find the bottom of the net with at least one of these here. Blaze Langendorfer goes to the line. We got substitutions waiting at the table. Both coaches, offense and defense. Rao and Allspaw waiting at the table for the Bears. And you've got Gray and Keller and Miller waiting for Liberty Center. First one is short. Free throw line continues to be an issue for the Bears. We'll say it nicely.
Yeah, it's certainly been their bugaboo tonight.
6-point lead, 1:17 left. Bears have 2 timeouts. Liberty Center's got 2 timeouts. Second free throw comes from Langendorfer, and that one is going to rattle in. Allspaw will check in for Langendorfer, and Thiel will stay on the floor.
As you said, Coach, it's a 3-possession game. That's a big free throw. In this situation, if you're Liberty, you don't need a 3.
No.
You just need a basket. You need a basket quickly and have a chance to set your defense.
Yeah, and the 1-3-1, Coach got his height on the floor for that. Rao chases out. Army with Gray with the 3 doesn't go. The kick opposite corner here to Molly Perry. Her 3 is short. Grodehouse watches it bounce out of bounds in front of her, and that ball's going to be Bryan's ball. Here comes Langendorfer and Smith. And a line change for Liberty Center, offense and defense. 7-point lead, 58 seconds left. Bears got to go the length of the floor here. But the lead is theirs right now.
Right now, your inbounder is extremely important in this situation.
Reese Grodehouse has it and is fouled in the backcourt. It's like Elle Moeller is going to pick up that foul for Liberty Center. That'll be her 4th. And the defensive subs come back to the table here for Coach Grosjean.
Check. You can hear that?
So Reese Grodehouse at the line shooting 2. Reese has 11 on the night. 11 for Grodehouse, 11 for Voigt, 11 for Thiel, 12 for Langendorf. For first free throw is good. So 12 points for Reese Grodehouse now. Here comes the line change substitutions for both teams. 53-48, 8-point lead. One more free throw coming for Reese. And that one's short, chased down by Liberty Center, and they're going to run it out the other way. Bears fall back in that 1-3-1, trying to find shooters. Long 3 from the corner is no good. Boarded by Kaylee Thiel. She finds Reese Grodehouse. Reese works through the crowd, finds Kaylee Thiel. We want to get it out of her hands if we can, but Kaylee will go to the line and shoot 2 right here. 37.7 left. Big stop there by the Lady Bears. Last 2 possessions down. You talked about Liberty not needing threes. Now it's a little different. They need them. But they've missed the last 3 or 4 they've taken, and three-point line's not been kind to them in the second half.
Be a good time for Kaylee Thiel to get a little confidence back, knock down a pair.
Yeah, and the nice thing, you're shooting 2, and relax, take your time. Really good stroke, and that one touches nothing but the bottom of the net. 9-point lead for the Bears, 37.7 left.
So right now, if you're Bryan, the last thing you want to do, no matter what happens to this free throw, is you do not want to foul. You want that clock to continue to run.
Second one rattles out, pulled down by Reese Grodehouse. Huge offensive board. Liberty Center's going to have to foul Grodehouse out on the left wing. Chance to go and shoot 2 more here for the Lady Bears. Big offensive rebound by Reese Grodehouse. Senior went and got that one. Fouls there on Nicole Keller, her first.
When it has mattered, when a play has needed to be made. Isn't it funny how Reese Grodehouse has just been there the last 3 minutes of this game? Be an offensive rebound, whether it be a steal, whether it be a made free throw, whether it be a pass. And as you said, she doesn't force anything.
No, and I'm not sure she's gotten any breaks tonight. She definitely has not been out the second half. Played a lot of minutes, misses both free throws, but Thiel is there. Got the board, couldn't get the follow, but Ella Rao with the rebound and a timeout by Coach Grosjean. Back-to-back. Second free throws missed and offensive boards by the Bears. Great job by them right there. Those are huge in a 9-point game with 25 seconds left.
You know, pregame, Coach talked about the offensive rebounding and how that would come into play. For the game, that was Bryan's 18th offensive rebound. Liberty has 8 for the game.
That's been huge.
That's
what
huge.
A huge number. It's been what a great job by the Lady Bears at being physical and getting to the boards. Well, this timeout, like all our timeouts tonight, have been brought to you by the Stockman Lawn Care Service. For your lawn care, snow removal, fertilizer, and spraying, call Stockman Lawn Service at 419-636-6572. So it's 25, about 26 seconds left, 9-point lead for the Lady Bears. The Lady Bears still have 1 timeout left. Liberty Center's got 2. And Coach Davis just needs to see a ball go through the net at the other end so he can get something set up, and that has not been the case here in the later stages of the fourth quarter.
And they've gotten quality looks.
They've gotten some good looks at 3.
The ball just hasn't went down.
They've done a great job throwing skip passes and everything else. They've done a great job creating looks. They just have not been lucky enough to see them fall. Bears will inbound all the way into the backcourt. It's a good move there by the Lady Bears, burn a little extra clock. Ball was thrown away by Mara Smith, but Ella Voigt with a great hustle play throws it back behind her, out of bounds off the Liberty Center defender. It looked like it might have went off Emmy Gray right there, just trying to chase the ball down. Good hustle play by Ella Voigt. So the clock is winding down. I think Coach Davis has said no fouls at this point. This one's going to
let it play out.
We're going to finish this out right here. 54-45. Ella Rao up at half court, dribbling the clock out. Lady Bears are going to go to 4-0 in the league. Liberty Center will go to 4-1. Bears are 16-1. Liberty Center 16-2. A huge home win for the Lady Bears.
Yeah, that's a really big.
Hi, Dan Stuckey here, broker owner of Real Estate Advantage Team. Are you getting ready to buy? The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
I will earn a bachelor's degree, and I'm doing the bachelor's bound transfer pathway at Northwest State. I'm saving thousands on tuition while getting a great education.
NSCC is my community's college.
Contact our advising center today or stop by.
When you're looking for that unusual part like a battery for your key fob, or everyday car parts like windshield washing fluid, wipers, motor oil or filters, antifreeze or batteries, don't forget to stop by your local Napa store in Bryan. They have the parts in stock. If you're buying any of these parts from anyone other than Napa in Bryan, you're paying too much.
If you haven't stopped by Bryan Ford Lincoln to test drive the all-electric F-150 Lightning
or the rugged and sporty Ford Bronco, we only have one question for you.
Why not?
This Ford Bronco is great for daily commutes or the Outback.
And this F-150 Lightning will do 0 to 60 in 4 seconds without using a drop of gasoline. When you stop by and see us at Bryan Ford Lincoln, you can test drive either of these great vehicles.
Stop by and see us. We'll help you order the exact vehicle that you want and need.
So stop by and see us today at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
If you want a quality education that leads to great career opportunities in manufacturing, Northwest State is your community's college.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes.
The Bears have defeated Liberty Center 54-45 in a huge league basketball game tonight. We're hoping to talk to Coach Grosjean here. Tim Meister's working upstairs on some stats. Do you have some stats ready to go?
No.
Okay, then I'll let you work a little bit longer. I thought my walk down was longer than that. We talked a lot about the fourth quarter there, about the defense getting ratcheted up by Liberty Center. What a great job by their girls. They got down by as many as, I think, 13, maybe 15 at a couple times tonight. Used their defense to get back in it. Coach Davis did a great job, offense and defense. The Lady Bears were up to the challenge. Did a great job of handling the basketball, getting to the free throw line late and knocking down a lot of shots. Good balanced scoring again for the girls. So as soon as we get the opportunity with Coach Grosjean, we'll talk to him.
As we're finishing up stats here, Coach, again, we talked about a couple of things coming into play tonight. The X factor, the girl who's going to step up, Blaze Langendorfer. I don't think we can say enough about what she meant for the Bryan Golden Bears tonight. A terrific performance, especially in the first half. Really, I think, was a difference in the first half, and then really allowed Bryan just to kind of relax in the second half and do some things, let some other kids get comfortable. I thought Blaze was huge in that. Kind of want to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, she steadied us a bunch in the first half. I think when we were, I don't want to say rattled, but we were getting as aggressive a defense as we've seen all year long, caused us a lot of issues just getting into our offense and finding anything easy to do. Blaze hit shots. Like she came out, I don't think she missed many shots. She knocked down a big three. She just did a lot of things to balance us steady. She's been a great rebounder all year, just really athletic. So I thought her first half kept us in that ball game, kept us balanced a little bit, and was able to get things right until we made the great run in the second quarter, whatever that was, a 21-6, 21-8, something like that second quarter, able to get us in a position where we're more comfortable, and we played with the lead the rest of the game.
Yeah, and I have some stats here, Coach, we get to it, but one of the stats I want to throw out at you, and I think this is correct, so I'm going back and looking, Bryan did not attempt a three-point field goal in the second half. Everything they got was inside the three-point arc. That's an incredible stat. I don't know if I've seen that.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes it's the defense that forces those things, sometimes the situation, but you know, it just have to be, I think, the way our girls handled everything late, you know, that the defense just kept getting ratcheted up. The defensive group that Coach Davis was able to put on the floor made things really hard for us. I don't know that we want to see a defense like that again anytime soon, but the good news is we have, and a game like this should get us ready for some really good teams we could see down the tournament trail.
Yeah, absolutely. So second half from the two, Bryan was 11 for 20. Again, they shot lights out tonight from both, and they were 3 for 8 for the game from the three. 0 for 0 in the second quarter for Liberty Center. They were 10 for 13 from the two, 5 for 9 from the 3, and we'll get to why those numbers seem a little small. Rebounding-wise, we talked about this as well. Bryan with 18 offensive rebounds to Liberty Center's 8. Defensive rebounds, the Bears came down with 14 and Bryan with 9. The reason some of those numbers are so low, Liberty Center forced Bryan into 23 turnovers. Bryan forced Liberty Center into 22 turnovers. And I see coaches down there with you. We'll go back to scoring once you have a chance to talk with him.
Yep, we're going to talk to Coach Grosjean, winning coach tonight. Congratulations on a huge win. Well played by the girls.
We didn't start the greatest, but I thought we finished pretty well. Obviously, we went to the 1-3-1 zone in the second quarter, got us back in the game, and we stuck with it third quarter, and the kids kept making plays. Obviously, Blaze Langendorfer was a huge spark for us. We'd been waiting to see her do what she does best, and she did that the second quarter, kept us in it, got to the basket, and she was huge tonight.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Blaze in a minute. Her in the first half really kept us settled. Talk about what you saw out of Liberty Center's defense and the kind of challenge that posed for us tonight.
Well, we knew they love to run and jump, and if you turn your back, there's somebody in your back pocket. They're double teaming it, and our problem was we had so many kids gassed playing extended minutes that we couldn't yell, hey, you're getting trapped, and we had trouble, finding the open man because we were a lot of times resting and can't do that. Obviously, they are lightning quick. They play the style that, I think they feel is best, and they're really good at it.
But we talked a lot about, you like to offensive and defensive sub, but Coach Davis started early by basically just try to get 5 guards, 5 quick kids on the floor, offense, defense, and cause us trouble. And I think he was able to do that. If you look at, talk a little bit about Kaylee Thiel. I thought Kaylee Thiel was really big. Coach Meister mentioned it a bunch of how she was able to establish herself in the post.
She did a great job. When they went small, we did a couple possessions. We got our hands on it. That was huge. At least that kept them honest, and they had to double down, and we were able to get either fouled or convert. And Allie Allspaw was huge too, because Kaylee got in a little bit of foul trouble down the stretch, and Allie came in, grabbed some huge boards and altered some shots. And we get really big when she's in the middle of the 1-3-1, and you got Kaylee on the wing and Ella Rao up top. And I thought our kids did a nice job, especially the second quarter, getting us back in the game playing that.
Yeah, and I don't want to forget about Reese Grodehouse. Reese is just so steady. And the one thing Coach Meister mentioned a couple of times, especially at the end, was when a play needed made or when we needed to settle against pressure, we needed to make some free throws, the senior was there. And sometimes I feel like Reese is almost an afterthought just because she does so many things, but she's huge every night, game in and game out.
And the voters that will see her point production, she's not going to, that's not her. I mean, she does so many other things, handles the ball. She got a huge offensive rebound on a missed foul shot, gave us another possession there late in the game, and she's pretty obviously savvy with the ball in her hands. Credit, we take it for granted that she's going to do that. And I thought Mara Smith played well. Ella Voigt was solid as usual. Made 2 big technical free throws that we needed to stretch the lead a little bit and get a little bit momentum back when they were coming after us. So,
well, congratulations, 4-0 in the league. You're in the driver's seat right now. Control your own destiny. 16-1. Big game with Liberty Benton on Saturday. We're going to get Blaze Langendorfer over here and talk. Congratulations and good luck this weekend.
Thanks, Arnie.
All right, if we can get Blaze Langendorfer over here, senior with a huge night tonight. Congratulations on the big win. You were huge in the first half. We weren't playing our best basketball, we'll say that, and you were able to come in and kind of balance things out. Maybe talk a little bit about how that felt and what you were able to do in the first half.
I mean, it was tough, but I just played through it and I tried, and it was frustrating a little bit at first because they were playing pretty good defense a little bit at the beginning, but
yeah, that had to be one of the toughest defensive teams we've seen all year. I don't think you had the ball in your hands and you weren't getting hit, you weren't getting grabbed, weren't getting bumped into. They like to play that physical style. Offensively, you were huge in the first half, and that's something Coach Grosjean's talked about, needing some production. So, maybe talk a little bit as a senior, what's it mean to you to know that you're in the driver's seat for a possible 4th straight league championship?
I mean, winning for the past 3 years, and just, I mean, it's, oh my gosh, I don't even.
Well, you have an opportunity to continue what some other people have done.
Great opportunity, and I think we are capable of doing it, and I don't think it's something that's been, happened very much.
No, there's not been too many 4 times in a row, and you guys have a chance to do it. So congratulations. That was a huge win. You played great in the first half. That's the kind of execution and effort I know Coach knows he can get from you, and we're going to need down the stretch. So good luck on Saturday against Liberty Benton.
Thank you.
Good job tonight. All right, we're going to take a quick break right here, and then we'll come back and wrap things up from Bryan High School.
I'm Tom Turnbull of Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused, celebrating our 100th anniversary, 2022.
It's great working with family. The relationship we have with one another allows us to focus on your family and help guide you through the planning process.
We focus in on your family's needs to make sure that everything is done the way that you and your family want.
Right now, our family wants a Golden Bear victory.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
I wanted to learn the skills to get ahead in my career, and thanks to Northwest State, I'm well on my way to a great job with a local company.
NSCC is my community's college.
Contact our advising center today or stop by.
All right, back at Bryan High School, we're wrapping up things tonight after the big league win for the Lady Bears. Tim Meister's got some individual scoring stats upstairs for both teams.
Individual scoring for Liberty Center. Gracie Miller with 3. Al Moeller with 4. B. Barrett chipped in with 5. Emerson Gray was held to 6 tonight, which you talked about, Coach. Thought a terrific defensive job on her. Elisa Giesecke had 8, but boy, did she make some plays and do some things that aren't going to show up in the scorebook. I thought she was just absolutely phenomenal tonight.
Yeah, she should be proud of the game she played. She was really good.
Kaylee Blanton came alive. She was held scoreless in the first 3 quarters, ended up with 9 all in the 4th quarter. And leading the way for Liberty Center with 10 points was Peyton Army for a total of 45 points. For the Lady Bears, Allie Osball came in the first half, chipped in with 2 points. Ella Rao had 5. Ella Voigt had 11. And then to finish out the balance, scoring 3 Lady Bears with 12. Callie Thiel, Reese Grotehouse, as you just talked with, Blaze Langander, a huge game with 12 for a total of 54.
All right, well, thanks for those stats. Just, again, a great ball game. Good win for the Lady Bears. So for the wrap things up here from Bryan High School, I want to thank Bryan Athletic Department led by Chad Savage and Teresa Kuzmal. I will put a plug in for a couple of old guys here, me and Tim Meister. I think at one point tonight I saw Tim Meister and myself and Eric Rufer and Chad Savage, last 4 athletic directors at Bryan, and the next athletic director, Nathan Keel, walking around the gym. So if anybody needed 5 guys who are really pretty useless at an athletic event, it was well covered tonight.
It was. The smartest athletic directors are the ones that have former in front of their name.
Absolutely. Nobody tell Keel, because we're real excited to have him, and he's excited to do it. So thanks to them. Chad Savage and Teresa Kuzmal do a great job as always. To our crew, director and engineer Krista Bruner, radio producer Tony Malanga, cameras Tristan Atkinson and John Tripodi, WQCT board op Ben Murray, WOSN sports director Ben Reif. Next game will be tomorrow night as the boys head to Liberty Center to face the Tigers in another league matchup. Coverage begins about 7:15 on Q96 FM. It'll be a radio-only game. Then on Saturday, Lady Bears head down to Liberty Benton to face the Eagles in a great matchup. Lady Bears are 12 in the state right now. Liberty Benton is 10 in the state. And the last we checked, they were just 1 loss as well. Coverage begins about 1:15 on BryanSports.com. There'll be no radio on Saturday. That'll be WOSN only and BryanSports.com only. Tonight's game will air tomorrow at 4 o'clock on WOSN. Watch it on Spectrum Channel 19 or Channel 26 on your antenna. This broadcast is a collaboration between WQCT Radio, BryanSports.com, and the West Ohio Sports Network. This broadcast is a private use of our audience only. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the game without the express express written consent of the Golden Bear Sports Network is prohibited. The Golden Bear Sports Network is a free public service of Malenga Enterprises, LLC, all rights reserved. One final time, and a big thank you to Chris Malenga, Tony Malenga, and everybody else to allow Tim Meister and I to do this tonight. We had a great time. So for Tim and for his statistician, Karen, and for all of us at the Golden Bear Sports Network, I'm Bryan Arnold. Final score tonight, 54-45. Huge league win for the Lady Bears. Have a great night, everybody.